So something has come up numerous times with a few of my clients, right? Since I've been doing coaching for the past 3 years. And I'm like, you know what? This keeps coming up. And it's so funny because I'm convinced this is going to help you for sure. When you're dating someone, talking to them, and they are not communicating over text so much anymore, but you see them seeing your Instagram stories, like they're still like watching you, like lurking. And you're like, why haven't you messaged me? But you're like still hanging around. Like, are you interested? Are you not interested? What is happening? So, as a love and dating coach, I'm in the trenches with my clients and I'm seeing their communication. I'm looking at like, what's the last thing you said? What's the last thing they said? Like, I am micromanaging that shit. Like, and so what I have found is that it's not so clear what they, like my client, the female, hasn't made it crystal clear that she's interested. And so I'm like, wait a second, your last message, for example, he made an effort, he wanted to set up a date. She couldn't make it for X, Y, and Z reasons. And that's it. But it was like, wait, you didn't make it clear that you wanted to see him, or you wanted to see, you already had a first date, he wanted to see you a second date, you kind of canceled it. She's like, oh, I guess I didn't. And so he hadn't texted her for like 2 or 3 days, but he's watching her Instagram stories. And so this is kind of a moment for you to just, sometimes it's easier for us to be like, they're an asshole, or like they're not available, they're not emotionally available, like they're immature, whatever it is, because like, oh, they're not, texting me, but they're watching my Instagram stories. In this situation, I'm like, wait, I wouldn't have said that about him. I'm actually thinking she didn't communicate clearly. She didn't make it clear that she is interested. And he's kind of like, I guess she's not interested. So he's taking a step back. And so doing that requires a big, like, oh my gosh, it feels like uncomfortable for sure. It feels like, because you're being vulnerable. You have to be more vulnerable to say, oh my God, I actually give a shit about you. Like it's actually easier to not do that and just judge him and be like, oh, he's not manning up. And that is bullshit. I feel like it is so important for you to to be vulnerable, to be communicative, and I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, expecting him to be texting you even though you haven't fully communicated honestly, openly, and vulnerably. Okay. And so this is a moment for you to think, oh my gosh, shit, have I done that? Have I been like judging and dismissing people, or saying bye-bye to people that, like, before, without good reason? Like, is it really something that you can take responsibility for? The only way you can 100% confirm, okay, is go back to your messages and check and be like, oh shit, wait, I made it crystal clear. So, like, if you made it crystal clear, right, and you were like, yeah, I'm interested, I want to see you, and then they don't follow up and they're not texting you, but they are lurking and on your Instagram, like, that's bullshit. Do you see what I mean? So, this is super important to know the difference, to see the difference, and just take a beat next time this happens too. Be like, don't jump to conclusions. And if, by the way, like, I'll end on this too. Like, if something like that is happening, you could also, instead of like blocking them or jumping to conclusions, you could just say, hey, I haven't like heard from you, for whatever reason, or you haven't sent me a message, or what's going on. But like, you are on Instagram, so I'm just curious, like, what are you interested? Are you not? Like, you could just ask. Like, there's just so much power in asking. And it does feel, at the end of the day, you want an emotionally intelligent person, right? A partner. But that requires you to be that as well. So if you are not capable of, or don't want to communicate openly and vulnerably to someone, then that means there is something going on with you, that maybe you're not fully emotionally available. And so, definitely do not date until you actually figure that out and be like, oh shit, Like, maybe I'm not emotionally available. Maybe I'm not emotionally mature. Like, what the hell? And maybe this is why you keep attracting guys that aren't ready or aren't in that space. Let me know if that's landing for you. Let me know. And also, today there's a challenge that starts. It's 3-day challenge. Sign up for it for sure because it's going to be awesome. It's called Clean Your Dating Lens. It's a free challenge with me. And as long as you have an open mind and a growth mindset, it will be transformative. It will completely shift the way that you are approaching your love life and actually help you to find your person. Okay. So hopefully see you there. I'll drop the link for you to sign up. Sending you so much love. Remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Till next time.